It was just 2 years after the Mexican Revolution, and a time when the first Mexican immigrants were arriving in Chicago. The Great Migration began in earnest in 1916, when hundreds and then thousands came to the city to work on the railroads, in the meatpacking plants, in factories, and in steel mills.
Some people say we're coming here to get away from the poverty and the craziness with the Mexican Revolution. Others say we're not running from Mexico, we're going to Chicago for a chance at a better life. Maybe it's a little of both.
When the United Neighborhood Organization was formed, it continued a long tradition of people getting together to do good things for Pilsen. Through its work helping immigrants become citizens, go to school, get good jobs, and own their own homes, the United Neighborhood Organization has become the largest Hispanic community-based organization in the city of Chicago. It serves 15,000 people each year.
Danny Solis did a lot with the UNO. He believed in working-class families. He knew how hard we worked. He knew we were responsible, and he wanted to do something to help us.
Like the Europeans who came before them, the energy and vision of Pilsen's Hispanic families has transformed the community for decades. In 1938, Ruben Torres established The Crown, a neighborhood newsletter in support of Mexican-American youth club activities. Torres led several Mexican-American organizations, such as the Mexican-American Council at Hull House and the National Association of Mexican Americans.
The Crown talked about what was going on in the community, really got into the issues that were important to us. It gave news about youth club members. It told who got married, who was born, who retired, who got what job or promotion, and who died. Ruben died in 1998. After that, no more Crown.
In 1950, Guadalupe Reyes, the late visionary and founder of El Valor, learned that her son had spinal meningitis. Inspired by his illness, she vowed to build a community in which all members, including those with disabilities, could live and learn and work.
It takes 23 years, but somehow she gets a bank to give her some money, borrows a church basement in Pilsen, and opens El Valor. It means courage.
Mary Gonzalez Koenig started the Spanish Coalition for Jobs in a deli on 18th Street in 1972. The coalition fought discrimination and helped Hispanics find work.
Jobs were hard to come by. The Spanish Coalition was, and still is, a lifesaver.
Then the 18th Street Development Corporation started teaching Pilsen youth how to be bricklayers and carpenters.
Kids learn how to build homes for families and buildings for businesses. You never know. They might even have a company of their own one day.
In 1972, the Pilsen Neighbors Community Council sponsored a block party to commemorate the role the council had played in securing Chicago's commitment to building Benito Juarez High School. That party grew into Fiesta del Sol.
Fiesta del Sol is like a carnival. Everywhere you go, you can hear kids laughing, radios, Aztec drums and rattles, and great bands. You can smell tacos and gorditas. You can get jewelry and get your face painted.
Fiesta del Sol's not the only thing. There's Cinco de Mayo, the Mexican Independence Day parade, Día de los Muertos.
In 2000, the Mexican Fine Arts Center Museum mounted the nation's largest Day of the Dead exhibition, Puerta a la Eternidad, or Door to Eternity. The exhibition showcased vibrant paintings, sculpture, photography, and folk art. Pilsen is home to a large artist community and has been attracting artists to its residential loft spaces since the mid-1950s.
There are murals everywhere, bright, colorful murals that say, "I am all about life. I am all about expression. I cannot be kept down." You walk down the streets and see the murals. It's like living in a museum.
Pilsen's muralists were inspired by William Walker's mural, Wall of Respect, which represented African Americans. In 1968, peace appeared on a wall on South Halsted Street. Soon, Chicago's Mexican mural movement was in full bloom, with Mario Castillo's metaphysics. The three muralists of Mexico, Diego Rivera, Jose Clemente Orozco, and David Sigueros, inspired Pilsen muralists such as Hector Duarte, Marcos Raya, Alejandro Romero, and Oscar Romero. Romero, born in Mexico City in 1954, has lived in Pilsen for 15 years. His most famous mural is housed in St. Vitus Church.
You want to know about murals? When a fire burned St. Vitus, only Romero's mural went unharmed. Everything else burned to the ground. Even the media said it was divine protection.
In 1990, a coalition of 6 churches founded the Resurrection Project. Its mission? Create healthy communities through education, organizing, and community development.
The churches have always been important here.
No matter what your nationality is.
What they built then is the strength of the community today.
The churches are like a bridge from the past to the future.
From fires to floods and everything in between, the neighborhood of Pilsen, like the city it's helped to build, has survived and prospered, as Mayor Daley said, because of the spirit of its people. Fisk is proud to stand as a symbol of the tough, resilient, enterprising people who come to Chicago and find opportunity. Hundreds of thousands of new Americans who have come before and will come again to call Pilsen home.